Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Georgetown High School for tonight's baseball game between the Georgetown Eagles and the Hendrickson Hawks. I'm Wally Harmon alongside the one that makes it all happen, Jerry Ann Harmon, live here in the booth at the Eagle Field at Georgetown High School for tonight's matchup in 5A District 23 action, and it's made possible because of our awesome sponsors, the Georgetown Eagle Booster Club, CSCT, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, and King's Pest Control, your title sponsor of Georgetown Eagle Baseball and the first responder broadcast team. We're live here at Eagle Field, and what a night it is. Overcast. When's the rain coming? We don't know. We can project it. We can look at it. But guess what? Baseball is on the horizon tonight and tomorrow. Schedule change. We talked about it last week. It's changed this week. Tonight here at Georgetown, 7 o'clock first pitch. Tomorrow night at Hendrickson, 7 o'clock first pitch. Back-to-back nights we'll play baseball. And then Thursday night, come out to Camp Brightside for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show live at Camp Brightside, 6:30 p.m. But more importantly, it's game one of this two-game series between your Georgetown Eagles and the Hendrickson Hawks. Georgetown comes into the ballgame 21-3-0 on the season, 5-1 in district play on a four-game winning streak. The Hendrickson Hawks under head coach DJ Neely come in at 13-8-2 overall, 3-1 in district play on a one-game win streak after they were able to upend Weiss in a battle to split their two-game series last week. The way it broke down, just talking to Hawk High Soaring Network's broadcast team, Friday night, Weiss is ahead. They go into the bottom of the seventh at Hendrickson. They walk in the tying run, 6-6. And something goes awry with the pitcher and Weiss in frustration. The glove comes off, looking at the baseball, whatever it may be. And Hendrickson Hawks base runner is able to steal home and score the winning run, 7-6, to steal a win against the Hendrickson Hawks or against the Weiss Wolves on Friday night. What did that do for district standings? A lot. It dropped Weiss to 4-2 overall after they had lost and split a game against the Eastview Patriots. And so Georgetown, Hendrickson, and Pflugerville all sit with one loss in district. Georgetown yet to have their bye week. That's 2 weeks away. They sit at 5-1. Hendrickson and Pflugerville both at 3-1 in district. Weiss at 4-2. Eastview at 3-3. Conley at 0-4, and Elgin at 0-6. Some scores from last week on Friday night. Georgetown beat Elgin 17-0. Pflugerville split the one-game series against the Eastview Patriots. They won 11-1 over Eastview. Hendrickson upended Weiss 7-6, and Lassa in non-district action beat the Conley Cougars 10-0. On Saturday, several teams in the district were in action, and that was a fun day of baseball and a lot of wins for Georgetown teams. Georgetown went and beat Liberty Hill on the road 4-3 in a 7-game battle. That was a good baseball game there at Liberty Hill. Eastview went on the road and took on the Westlake Chaparrals in 6A and beat them 6-5. Hayes upended Weiss 6-1 on Saturday at Hayes High School. Harker Heights came into Pflugerville and beat the Panthers 6-1. And Conley was at home against LBJ Austin, and Conley beat the Jaguars 17-7. Other district action tonight, Conley is at Eastview, and Pflugerville is at Elgin. Weiss has the week off for the district play. Their bye week this week. Next week, Georgetown and Weiss will play, and then that following week, Georgetown will have their bye week for district play. Georgetown comes into the ballgame. They've scored 202 runs on the season, 70 of those runs in district play, averaging 8.4 runs a game on the season, 11.7 runs scored per game in district for your Eagles. They've allowed 65 runs in the 24 games, only 13 through 6 district games, allowing 2.7 runs per game on the season and 2.2 runs per game in district play. The Hendrickson Hawks have come in. They have scored 146 runs on the season through 23 baseball games, averaging 3.9 runs per game. They've scored 30 in their 4 district games, averaging 6.6 runs per game. They've allowed 128 runs on the season, 13 in district, giving up 5.6 runs a game on the season, 3.6 runs per game in district play. Georgetown is 10-0 at home on the season. Hendrickson 3-2 on the road. And so that battle, Georgetown would love to keep it in an undefeated status at home tonight with a win to go to 11-0. Georgetown leads this series 6-0. Georgetown in those 6 games has scored 45 runs, only allowed 12, averaging 7.5 runs a game, only giving up 2 runs a game to Hendrickson in those 6 head-to-head battles. Head coach David Durrell assistant coach, Chad Payne and James Key. Your Georgetown coaches have the starting lineup ready to go, and we'll go with that here tonight. For your Georgetown Eagles, leading it off, the DH number 6, Cooper Thomas. Batting second, the shortstop number 7, Jack Kiki. Hitting third and not catching, he's playing second base. That's number 8, Connor Young. Batting fourth behind the plate is the senior number 11, Braden Rogers. Batting fifth, the left fielder number 12, Caleb McDougall. Batting sixth, the first baseman number 10, Braden Curtin. And we'll finish up here in just a second. We go live to the PA.
Good evening. Welcome to tonight's game between the visiting Hendrickson Hawks and your Georgetown Eagles. We'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight and supporting these young men. We would also like to welcome all of our special guests from the Georgetown Youth Baseball Association that are attending tonight. The Eagles are excited that you are here. Enjoy the game. And now, the starting lineup for the visiting Hendrickson Hawks. Batting first, playing second base, number 16, Rhett Peterson. Batting second, playing right field, number 5, Logan Clark. Batting third, designated hitter number 14, Dylan Wells. Batting fourth and catching, number 13, Braden Borger. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 9, Cole McCracken. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 15, Jake Lakey. Batting seventh, playing first base, number 10, Hunter Hicks. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 6, J.J. Costin. Batting ninth and pitching, number 3, Drew John. And playing left field, number 2, Wesley Burkhardt. And now, the starting lineup for your Georgetown Eagles. Batting first, designated hitter number 6, Cooper Thomas. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 7, Jack Kiki. Batting third, playing second base, number 8, Connor Young. Batting fourth and catching, number 11, Braden Rogers. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 12, Caleb McDougall. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 10, Braden Curtin. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 13, Colton Green. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 21, Gavin Smith. Batting ninth and pitching, number 3, Cade Erickson. And playing center field, number 4, Clayton King. If everyone would please stand and remove your hat for the national anthem.
back live here at Georgetown's Eagle Field as we get ready to go to the top of the first inning. Georgetown, the home team on the field tonight in the all-whites with Georgetown, the blue pinstripes, blue numerals, blue lettering, Eagles in script lettering across the front of the white baseball jerseys with the blue pinstripes, and the camouflage hat with the American flag G logo for the Eagles out of the third base dugout. Defensively for the Eagles tonight, you will have Caleb McDougal in left field, Clayton King in center field, Gavin Smith in right field. Colton Green will be at third base, Jack Kiki at shortstop, Connor Young at second base, Brayton Curtin at first base, Brayton Rogers behind the plate, and the lefty junior, number 3, Cade Erickson, on the mound for the Georgetown Eagles to start tonight's ball game. Back to that starting lineup, and we're going to start it over. It'll be batting first, the DH, number 6, Cooper Thomas. Batting second at shortstop, number 7, Jack Kiki. Batting third at second base is number 8, Connor Young. Batting fourth and behind the plate tonight, number 11, Brayton Rogers. Batting fifth in left field, number 12, Caleb McDougal. And batting sixth at first base, number 10, Brayton Curtin. Batting seventh for the Eagles at third base, number 13, Colton Green. Batting eighth in right field, number 21, Gavin Smith. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 3, Cade Erickson. So it'll be Thomas, Kiki, and Young in the top third, Rogers, McDougal, Curtin in the middle third, Green, Smith, and Erickson in the bottom third for the Georgetown Eagles here tonight in the starting lineup. Rhett Peterson, the second baseman, number 16, will step in for the Hawks. Peterson, a junior, will step in from the right side to face off against Cade Erickson as we get underway here at Georgetown's Eagle Field. The first pitch is in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count to the second baseman, Rhett Peterson, with Logan Clark and Dylan Wells due up here in the top of the first. The 0-1 misses low for ball one. 1-1 the count. Erickson works out of the windup to start the ball game from the third base side of the rubber. And he'll get his sign from his catcher, Brayton Rogers, from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. 1-2 the count now to the junior second baseman, Rhett Peterson. Logan Clark, the right fielder, on deck. Dylan Wells, the DH, in the hole for the Hawks here in the top of the first. The 1-2 pitch just misses for ball two. 2-2 the count now to Rhett Peterson. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, outside corner, called strike 3. And Rhett Peterson down on strikes for out number 1. Cade Erickson on the season has thrown 20 2/3 innings. He's appeared in 5 games, started 4 of them. He's faced 83 batters, thrown 274 pitches. He's allowed 16 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. Has a .339 ERA. That was his 15th strikeout of the season as Clark turns and squares the bunt, but pulls it back for ball 1 as it was down the turf. 1-0 the count. Erickson a .222 batting average against coming into the ball game. The 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike 1. 1-1 the count to the senior right fielder, Logan Clark. Bats from the left side. Back in there. Erickson ready to go. The 1-1. Outside corner, called strike 2. That's where the glove was set up by his catcher, Brayton Rogers, and Cade Erickson hit it perfectly and gets the corner strike. A 1-2 count now. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, chopped out in front of the mound. Erickson will field it. Turn, toss to first in time, and Logan Clark erased. 1-3 on the putout for out number 2. 2 down, the base is empty. It'll bring up the senior DH, number 14, Dylan Wells. Wells will step in from the left side as well, wearing number 14 in the DH slot tonight here in the 3-hole for Coach DJ Neely and the Hendrickson Hawks out of Pflugerville ISD. Erickson from the windup, the first pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. From the windup, the 0-1. Outside corner called strike 2. Great job by Erickson hitting the corner early, right where the catcher, Brayton Rogers, is setting the glove. And now ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss, and the Hawks go in order here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base after half an inning. Hendrickson 0, Georgetown coming up to bat when we come back. Eagle Baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us. Back live here at Eagle Field as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Defensively for the Hendrickson Hawks, Burkhart will be in left field, McCracken in center, Clark in right field, Lakey at third base, Costin at shortstop, Peterson at second, Hicks at first base, Borger behind the mound and behind the plate at catcher, and on the mound, Drew John, the lefty for the Hawks here to begin the ball game against the top 3 in the Georgetown lineup, number 6, 7, and 8. Cooper Thomas, Jack Kiki, and Connor Young for the Eagles here in the bottom of the first. On the season, Cooper Thomas hitting .453, leading the team in batting average, leading the team in hits, triples, RBIs, stolen bases, runs, and hit by pitches. As the DH, Cooper Thomas, the junior, will step in wearing number 6. In district, Coop hitting .471. He has 12 RBIs with 9 runs scored, 8 stolen bases in district through 6 games played. He will step in here to lead things off. And if Drew John knows any better, he will not throw a first pitch fastball because Cooper Thomas will jump all over it. He did it on Saturday in the top of the first at Liberty Hill and put it right down the right field line for a leadoff triple. And Georgetown punched it in for an early 1-0 lead. The first pitch here. And Cooper swings, and he hits a fly ball to left center field. It is back, and it is gone. A solo tank. Cooper Thomas wastes no time making an impact on another baseball game, and he does it with a leadoff home run to open it up 1-0 on the first pitch he sees from the lefty, Drew John. That's the second home run of the season for Cooper Thomas. His 38th run, 25th RBI. And Georgetown has the early lead here over the Hendrickson Hawks, 1-0. And that'll bring up the senior shortstop, number 7, Jack Kiki. Jack will step in from the right side, batting .411 on the season. Kiki in from the right side. The first pitch misses low and inside for ball 1. 1-0. With Connor Young, the second baseman, on deck for the Eagles. In district, Jack only hitting .286 in 14 plate appearances, 4 base hits. The 1-0 pitch. Fisted down the first baseline, out of play, 1-1 the count. The Hawks in the road dark unis, black uniforms with the Hendrickson Hawk navy blue pinstripes, navy blue lettering and numbers on the black jerseys, outlined in white with the black hat. For the Hawks out of the first base dugout. John comes set. The 1-1 sails high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. To Jack Kiki. John comes set in the stretch. The 2-1 pitch. Low and away. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. To the senior shortstop, Jack Kiki. Here on GYBA night, Georgetown Youth Baseball Association. The 3-1 pitch. Kiki, high pop fly in the infield, back behind home plate. Borger back to the net, And he'll make the catch up against the backstop for out number 1. P2 in the book to retire Jack Kiki. And that'll bring up the second baseman, junior Connor Young. Number 8 for the Eagles. Throws right, bats left. So he'll step in here with the bases empty and 1 out. On the season, Connor Young hitting .418 on the year. He has 9 doubles to lead the team, 24 RBIs, tied with Cooper Thomas. Was tied with Cooper Thomas. Cooper now with 25 on the season. Steps in from the left side, the lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, low and in. As it squirts away from the catcher, Borger, 1-0 the count. On deck moves the catcher, Braden Rogers, for the Eagles. 1 out here in the bottom of the first, a leadoff home run for Cooper Thomas. Gets the Eagles on the board early on the first pitch he sees. The 1-0 slapped, foul back to the net, 1-1 the count to Connor Young. Sun setting off behind us to our left, creating some tough sunshine into the eyes of center field, right field. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball stays in for ball 2, 2-1 the count. Drew John works from the third base side of the rubber in the stretch. Comes set. The 2-1 pitch to Young. Ball hit out towards second. Backhanded to his right by Peterson. The throw to first in time to retire Connor Young for out number 2, 4-3 on the putout. And with 2 outs and the bases empty, in steps the catcher, senior number 11, Braden Rogers. Rogers batting .419 on the season. In district play, Rogers hitting .538 for the Eagles. Steps in here with the bases empty and 2 outs. The first pitch from John. And a ball flared out into shallow right field. It's going to be a 2-out base hit for Braden Rogers. Second hit of the ball game for the Eagles. And that'll bring out a courtesy runner in Tillman Brown to come run for the catcher, Braden Rogers. So the inning stays alive here with a runner at first now. The 2-out single to right field by Braden Rogers. And that'll bring up Caleb McDougal, the junior left fielder tonight. McDougal hitting .385 on the season with 22 RBIs. Steps in here from the right side with 2 outs and a runner at first base. In district, only hitting .182. For the juniors, he steps in here. First pitch stays inside. Nope, called on the corner, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, low and inside for ball 1, 1-1 to count. Caleb McDougal, Brayton Curtin on deck now for the Eagles. Should McDougal be able to extend the inning here in the bottom of the first for Georgetown. As Drew John comes set in the stretch. Tillman Brown leads off first, held on by Hicks. The 1-1 just misses inside for ball 2, 2-1 to count. With a good lead at first base. Drawn comes set. The 1-2-1 fouled off back to the screen. Almost could have gone for a balk there. Drew John pitches out of the stretch no matter what. Runners on or off the base pass. But doesn't spend much time coming set there after the movement when he goes to the set position. We'll see if that becomes an issue. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off of himself back at home plate. We'll reset and do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first base. 1 run across in the inning for the Eagles on the leadoff pitch to Cooper Thomas as he deposited over the left field wall for a solo home run. John comes set. The 2-2 pitch to Caleb. Low and inside. For a ball, throw down back behind Tillman Brown at first base. He dives back in safely there. And a full count now to Caleb McDougal. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. So Tillman Brown will be off and running on the pitch. John comes set. The payoff pitch. High ball 4. A 2-out walk has runners at first and second now for the Eagles. And that'll bring up Braden Curtin, senior first baseman. First walk of the ball game for Drew John. And now Curtin will step in, hitting .326 on the season. .381 batting average with runners in scoring position. John comes set. The first pitch to Curtin. Up and away, ball 1. Colton Green moves into the on-deck circle. Should Curtin be able to keep the inning alive for Georgetown? 1 ball and no strikes to the senior first baseman. Where's number 10? Back in from the right side, ready to go. Drew John comes set in the stretch. A look at second base. The 1-0 pitch. High for ball 2. 2-0 the count. John comes set. The 2-0 pitch to Braden Curtin. High, ball 3. 3-0 the count now. To the senior first baseman, Braden Curtin, here in the bottom of the first. 1 run across. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. A 2-out single by Braden Rogers and a walk by Caleb McDougal. Now a 3-0 count to Curtin. Drew John comes set. A look at second base. And a turn towards second. But no one there. Tillman Brown was ready for that one, standing back on the bag safely. Another good Georgetown crowd out here tonight, bathed in blue. Support these Georgetown Eagles, sitting at 21-3 on the season. The 3-0 pitch on the outside corner. Generous call there for strike 1. 3-0 the count now. Now a hitter's pitch here for Braden Curtin. Hitter's count for Braden Curtin. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. Curtin fouls it off, back out of play. So a full count now to Braden Curtin. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, runners at first and second base. Both runners will be off. On the pitch here. Curtin a .326 average on the season, .381 with runners in scoring position. 11 RBIs, 5 of them coming with 2 outs in the inning. John comes set. The payoff pitch to Curtin. High ball 4. The bases are loaded for the Eagles. Tillman Brown will move up to third base. Caleb McDougal to second. Second walk of the inning for Drew John. And that'll bring up Colton Green for the Eagles. Colton, the junior third baseman, will step in from the right side. Wears number 13, hitting .360 on the season. A .379 batting average with runners in scoring position. 20 RBIs on the year, 7 of them coming with the 2 outs for Georgetown. Colton will step in from the right side. In district, Colton hitting .500, 6 for 12 in district play. The first pitch to Colton. Inside, almost hit him. Ball 1 to the third baseman, Green. Gavin Smith, the right fielder, on deck. Should Green be able to extend the inning. Curtin picks up the walk. That's his 20th free pass of the season to lead the team. Drew John comes set, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-0 the count. Colton Green with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Bases full of Eagles, and it's all done with 2 outs. The first run came on the first pitch of the bottom half of the inning as Cooper Thomas put it over the left field wall for a 1-0 lead. But then 2 quick outs and then a 2-out single and back-to-back walks. Now the 1-1 pitch to Colton Green. Fly ball down the right field line, but it's going to curl out of play as Hunter Hicks will chase it over to the fence, but watch it go out of play, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count now to the third baseman, Colton Green. Colton in back ready. Drew John looks in and gets a sign from his catcher, Borger. Comes set in the stretch. The 1-2 pitch. Colton Green, line drive, left center field. That's going to score at least 2. Here comes Curtin around third. He's being waved home. This is going to clear the bases. This is going to be a 3 RBI triple for Colton Green. Nope, it's a 3 RBI double. And he's out trying to advance to third base on a beautiful relay from left field. But the Eagles pick up 4 runs on the inning on the 3 hits. No errors and no runners left on base. After 1 complete inning, Georgetown 4, Hendrickson 0. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us. Live here at Eagle Field. We go to the top of the 2nd inning, and the Hawks will bring up to bat the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Borger, McCracken, and Lakey. Erickson in his first inning of work struck out 2 through 12 pitches. Works here against the lefty Lakey. First pitch fouled off, out of play down the left field line. 0-1 the count. This is not to Lakey. Lakey's the 3rd batter of the inning. This is to Braden Borger, the catcher. Braden Borger, Cole McCracken, Jack Lakey. 2 up. The 0-1 misses low for ball 1. 1-1 the count. A 1-1 the count to Braden Borger, the lefty. Line drive out to short. Kiki will catch it, but the throw to first not in time. They're going to say he did not catch the line drive. They're going to say it was trapped on the ground. Here comes Coach Durrell to talk to the umpire. The ball was dying away from Jack towards third base as he laid out for it. So a discussion here at home plate. Coach Durrell and the home plate umpire. Neither umpire really with a great look at it. The home plate umpire back behind home plate, not moving away from the plate. The first base umpire down the first base line in foul territory to watch it for throw to first. They're going to give it an infield hit to Braden Borger, first hit of the ball game for the Hawks. And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Cole McCracken, the center fielder, with no outs and a runner at first base. As Erickson comes set in the stretch now. The first pitch to McCracken hits him. And now runners on first and second for the Hawks to open up the top of the 2nd here. A hit and then a hit by pitch.
Now batting number 15, Jake Lakey.
7th batter hit by a pitch by Erickson on the season. So runners on first and second. No outs here in the top of the 2nd. Jack Lakey, the third baseman, steps in from the right side. First pitch from Erickson. Fly ball back out of play down the first baseline. 0-1 the count. Lakey, a junior here for the Hawks. McCracken was hit by the pitch, a senior. The catcher, Braden Borger. a junior. Was one of those sophomores that played quite a bit last year for the Hawks behind the plate. The 0-1 pitch to Lakey. In there for a called strike two. 0-2 the count. Hunter Hicks, the first baseman on deck for the Hendrickson Hawks. With no outs here in the top of the second. The 0-2 pitch. Right down the middle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Strikeout number 3 for Cade Erickson here in the ball game.
Up to bat, number 10, Hunter Hicks.
Cade with 17 strikeouts on the season now. Hunter Hicks will step in, the first baseman. He'll bat from the left side, the junior. Number 10. Steps in with 1 out, runners on second and third. Cade will come set in the stretch from the third base side of the rubber. Look at second base. First pitch to Hicks. Swing and a miss, strike one. 0-1 the count with J.J. Costin, the shortstop, on deck. Runners on first and second, 1 out here in the top of the second. The 0-1 pitch to Lakey, or to Hicks. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 the count now to Hunter Hicks, the junior first baseman for the Hawks. Back in from the left side, the lefty Erickson comes set in the stretch. A look at second base. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Back-to-back strikeouts in the looking variety. 4 now in the ball game for Erickson. And 2 quick outs after giving up a leadoff single and hitting a batter with the pitch. That'll bring up the shortstop, the senior J.J. Costin. He'll step in from the right side. With 2 outs here in the top half of the inning. Line drive out to short, stolen by Jack Kiki, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base after an inning and a half. Georgetown 4, Hendrickson 0. Georgetown baseball continues in a moment here on the SHN Sports Network. Stay with us. Back live here at Eagle Field. We go to the bottom of the second. The Eagles will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Coming up is Gavin Smith, Cade Erickson, and Cooper Thomas due up with a 4-0 lead for the Eagles23 to the 2-out Colton Green double to the left center field wall that cleared the bases, pushing him up to 23 RBIs on the season. The first pitch, slash foul down the third baseline foul. 0-1 the count to Gavin Smith. The junior right fielder, wears number 21, steps in from the right side. Gavin batting .290 on the season. Batting .429 through 6 district games. The 0-1 pitch from Drew Drawn. Curveball Catches the outside corner for a called strike 2. 0-2 the count. Drew comes set in the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikes out Gavin Smith for out number 1. First strikeout of the ball game for John. And that'll bring up Cade Erickson, the left-handed hitting pitcher for the Eagles. Erickson steps in, batting .256 on the season. In district play, Erickson hitting .417. Squares the bunt. Bunts it foul down the third baseline. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Cade Erickson, the number 9 hitter. Cooper Thomas on deck for the Eagles here in the bottom of the second inning, leading 4-0. Drew John, the lefty, comes set. The 1-1. High fly ball, right center field. Center fielder McCracken will wait for it, make the catch for out number 2. F8 in the book to retire Erickson. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, Cooper Thomas will step in. Cooper 1 for 1 in the ball game. If you missed it in the bottom of the first, he led off the bottom of the first on the first pitch he saw with a solo home run to left field, left center field, to give the Eagles the early 1-0 lead. Steps in here. The base is empty and 2 outs. First pitch misses low and away. Ball 1. Jack Kiki moves into the on-deck circle. Should Cooper Thomas extend the inning here for the Eagles. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. Two 2-0 to Cooper Thomas with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Base is empty for the Eagles. The 2-0 pitch. Generous strike zone call there is that one into the mid of Borger on the inside line of the left-handed batter's box. 2-1 the count to Cooper Thomas, the DH. Coop back in from the right side, ready to go. The 2-1 pitch. Down low in the turf for ball 3. 3-1 the count. John pitching a little bit different. Cooper Thomas after the leadoff home run in the bottom of half of the inning. The 3-1 in there for a called strike 2. Full count now to Cooper Thomas here with 2 outs and the base is empty in the bottom of the second for the Eagles. Coop back in, ready to go. Drew John comes set in the stretch. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Thomas down on strikes for out number 3. And the Eagles are down here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. After 2 complete, Georgetown 4, Hendrickson 0. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us. live here at Eagleville, Georgetown Baseball. I'd like to thank our sponsors, CSCT, Georgetown Eagle Baseball Booster Club, and King's Pest Control, your title sponsor of Georgetown Eagle Baseball. Give them a call, 512-930-7378, or visit them, www.kingspest.com. As Hendrickson starts the top of the third against the number 9 hitter, Drew John, the pitcher. A foul ball back off behind home plate, 0-1 the count to Drew John. Through 2 innings, Hendrickson has allowed 1 hit, struck out 4, hit 1 batter, has thrown 23 pitches in those first 2 innings. The 0-1 skips in for ball 1. 1-1 the count. The 9-1-2 hitters due up here in the top of the third for the Hawks. John, Peterson, and Clark. The 1-1 from Hendrickson. Breaking pitch just misses for ball 2. 2-1 the count. The junior lefty ready to go out of the windup. The 2-1 pitch. That one skips in for ball 3. 3-1 the count now. The junior left-hander, Drew John. Hendrickson gets the sign from the windup. The 3-1 pitch. Grounded towards third. Colton Green will charge. Throw across in time. Nice scoop by Braden Curtin to complete the out. 5-3 on the putout to retire Drew John for out number 1. And back to the top of the lineup we go for the Hawks to Rhett Peterson, the second baseman. One of the 4 strikeout victims for the Hawks here in the first part of the ball game. He's 0 for 1 on the night. Struck out looking back in inning number 1. Of the 4 strikeouts, 3 of them have been looking for Hendrickson. That gives him 10 strikeouts of the looking variety. Out of his 18 on the season. First pitch misses for ball 1. 1-0. From the windup, the 1-0 pitch. Misses low and away for ball 2. 2-0 the count. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Grounded towards third. Colton Green will have to charge in a hurry, and that one spins away, and it's foul. Should be a foul ball. Colton Green went for it, but the way that ball came off the turf, it spun away from him. And they're going to say it hit off of the glove of Colton Green. It's going to be an infield single as the ball was spinning away into foul territory. So now a 1-out base runner. Red Peterson will be given credit for an infield single. 2 hits on the game for the Hawks. And in steps Logan Clark, who grounded out. Back in the first inning, 0 for 1. Grounds towards first base. Curtin will field it in fair territory. Throw to second. And Red Peterson not paying attention. He doesn't go to the bag. The Eagles tag first, throw down to second, and apply the tag to Peterson and turn a double play to get out of the inning. 3 unassisted to get Logan Clark, and then 3-6 on the putout of Rhett Peterson down at second base, and the Eagles get out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. After 2.5, Hendrickson 0, Georgetown 4. Eagle baseball continues in a minute. Stay with us.
Fly like an eagle, spit fly like a dragon. Make some mistakes, you won't keep me lacking. Already been through it, I ain't the one tapping. Let's see who's next up. Next up. Just me and my passion. Hear all the talking, they seeing no action. We get it stepping while they get the bag. And I'm with my brothers, what's happening? None of my enemies fast and biting my style and jacket. Dropping a storm, you best get the pack. Ain't no more fashion. When I pull up in tanks, that's still wreaking havoc. Smell of an excellent young telepathy. Really on mind with these lines. Spinning on top, I am one of a kind. Prophecy for my design. Yeshua said I'll be with him in time. Not even dope on my level of high. I'm levitating on the rhymes. Spiritual meditation, ain't no kind of faces. We got blue in our eyes. Say we don't go. We suited up when we put on a show. Like, they want me for broke. I do it on one and making a toast. I could be doing the most. Yeah, to me there's some jokes. I can see through them like ghosts. Yeah, do more than just float. I gotta fly like an eagle. Spit fire like a dragon. Make some mistakes. You won't keep me lacking. Already been through it. I ain't the one tapping. Let's see who's next.
Back live here at Georgetown's Eagle Field. We go to the bottom of the third. First pitch to Jack Kiki. Misses low and away for ball one. Kiki 0 for 1 in the ball game. Popped out into foul territory to the catcher, Borger. Steps in here to lead off things in the bottom of the third with a 4-0 lead. The 1-0, low and away, ball two. 2-0 the count through 2 innings. John Drew has given up 4 runs on 3 hits, struck out 2, walked 2. The 2-0 pitch to Kiki. High fly ball to left field. Burkhardt to his right. Settle under it and make the catch. We're out number 1, F7 of the book to retire Jack Kiki. That'll bring up Connor Young, the second baseman. Connor 0 for 1 in the ball game, grounded out to the second baseman back in inning number 1. Steps in here with 1 out, and the base is empty for the Eagles. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning. John. First pitch to Connor Young, misses for ball 1. The 1-0 the count. John will come set in the stretch. The 1-0 pitch to Connor Young. Bender in there for a called strike 1. 1-1 the count. One 1 count with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third, the 1-1 pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Young back hit from the left side. John comes set, the 2-1. That one misses low for ball 3. 3-1 the count now. John comes set, the 3-1. Low and inside, ball 4, 1 out walk. Put Connor Young on base. The third walk issued by Drew John. That'll bring up Braden Rogers, who's 1 for 1 in the ball game. The 2-out single back in the first inning. Tillman Brown came on to run and scored the second of 4 runs for the Eagles. So Rogers steps in here with 1 out and a runner at first base. 1 for 1 in the ball game. John stays in the stretch. Look at first base. The first pitch to Rogers is in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Rogers back in from the right side. John comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Rogers fouls it off back to the screen. 0-2 the count now to the senior catcher, Braden Rogers, with Caleb McDougal on deck for the Eagles. With 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning, a 4-0 lead for your Eagles. All 4 coming in the bottom half of the first inning. 1 on a leadoff home run by Cooper Thomas. 3 on a 2-out double to left center field by Colton Green. That cleared the bases. The 0-2 pitch. Inside for ball 1. 1-2 the count. John will come set in the stretch. Connor Young being held on by Hicks at first base. The 1-2 pitch will be on pause till we come back from a pickoff attempt at first base. Young back standing easily there. Wind starting to pick up out of the right field to the left field. The 1-2 pitch up high, ball 2. Throw down to first base behind Connor Young, but he dives back in safely there. 2-2 now the count to Braden Rogers. John, the junior lefty, comes set in the stretch. The 2-2 pitch to Rogers. Grounded down the third baseline, but foul. Home plate umpire calls it foul. So we will reset. Do it again with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first base. Connor Young leads at first. Hicks holds him on as Drew John comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Runner's off. It's high for ball 3. Throw down to second base. But Rhett Peterson ain't able to get the tag in time, and Connor Young steals third base, or still second base. And now a full count to Braden Rogers. With 1 out and a runner at second base. Rogers batting .375 on the season with runners in scoring position. The payoff pitch to Braden. Fly ball back out of play. Get a new baseball. Set up and do it again. The full count, 1 out. Rogers back in. John will get the sign from Borger and comes set in the stretch. A look at second base. The payoff pitch. Down low for ball 4. Good block by Borger behind the plate to keep Connor Young at second base. But now the 4th walk issued by Drew John puts runners on first and second. And that'll bring out Tillman Brown to run for the catcher, Braden Rogers at first base. And that'll bring up Caleb McDougal, who's 0 for 0 in the ballgame. Caleb drew a walk back in the first inning. That was his 14th free pass of the season. As he steps in here, runners on first and second, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. McDougal hitting .375 with runners in scoring position. John comes set in the stretch. A look at second base. First pitch to McDougal. Inside, ball 1. 1-0 to Caleb McDougal with Braden Curtin in the on-deck circle for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 3rd. 1 out, runners on first and second. John comes set, a look at second base. The 1-0 pitch. Double steal on it, a base hit into left field. Here comes Connor Young around third base, and he'll score. The 5th run of the ball game on an RBI single by Caleb McDougal. Good piece of hit and run right there for the Eagles. Scores Connor Young. And that'll be the 5th run of the ball game on the 4th hit for Eagle hitters. That'll bring up Braden Curtin, who drew a walk and scored a run back at the bottom of the inning. The first pitch to Braden Curtin here with 1 out and the runners at first and second. And a high fly ball to left field. Burkhardt, he's back. Burkhardt is back. He's to the wall. It's gone! A 3-run tank! Braden Curtin clears the bases. And the Eagles lead it 8-0 over the Hendrickson Hawks. A shot to left field. The wind had picked up, and Braden Curtin got a high fly ball to left field and hits a 3-run tank. 8-0. Georgetown leads it. And that'll bring a visit from the first base dugout. We'll take the time. Georgetown leads it 8-0. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us.
Last year was too much. Enemy within self. Whispers and aromas. Had to take him back for my health. Who's to blame for my problems? It's me and nobody else. Yeah, life comes with stress. Time is out, we're blessed. Too much of my day's been focused around what's next. Dark road, I walk alone. Put it around my neck. Put it around my wrist. I'm puffing up my chest tight and I couldn't breathe in my heart. Pumping bad Tennessee's and
Back here live at Eagle Field. A 3-run home run for Braden Curtin, his first home run of the season. He picks up 3 more RBIs. That'll give him 14 now on the season. First pitch to Colton Green. High fly ball, right side of the infield. Rhett Peterson will call for it. The second baseman makes the catch for out number 2. P4 in the book to retire Colton Green. And with 2 outs and the base is empty, that'll bring up Gavin Smith, the right fielder. Gavin 0 for 1 in the ball game, struck out back in the second inning. Steps in here with 2 outs and the base is empty in the bottom half of the third. 4 runs in the first, 4 here in the third, and the Eagles lead it 8-0. The first pitch to Gavin Smith. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Gavin Smith rips the 0-1 pitch, but foul down the third baseline. 0-2 the count now to the junior right fielder with Cade Erickson on deck for the Eagles. Just talked about that wind picking up to left. And Braden Curtin got a hold of that one and put it high into the jet stream and drove it out of here down the left field line. The 0-2 pitch up high and away for ball 1. 1-2 the count. Activity down the first baseline in the Hawk bullpen. The 1-2 pitch. Gavin Smith fouls it off back to the back screen. And we'll reset and do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Gavin Smith down on strikes for out number 3 to end the third here for the Eagles, but not before they pick up 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no runners left on base. At the end of 3, no runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Hawks, 8 runs, 5 hits, no errors for your Georgetown Eagles. Eagles baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us.
It's like a spiritual war going on. Better be prepared. Yeah, I ain't alone in the booth. Yeah, the spirit of work. Turn the microphone up. Yeah, I'm trying to be heard. Demons calling me up. Still been reading the word. A couple questions I need answering. I'm down for the search. So help me, Father. Help me, Father, man. I need to get my head right. Can't be fighting with these demons. It's like every night. They can see the light. Help me, Father, as I grip the pen and start to write, Father. I need reconciling again. I keep pushing all these voices away, waiting from a pen. Music like a gift. You keep giving with no end. To the day I see your face, restoration, breathing it in. I was born with sin, a weight on my shoulders, carried within. Baggage I won't let you taste till I'm holding tight like a kid. Surrounded by reflections instead of people that care. What's to worry about? The climb out the should've taken the stairs. Now I'm falling for the big, got me focused on plenty charts. Worry about the money, get pulled away from the art design to keep me here. Keep me battling from afar. And when I fail again. And I'm tired of building my guard, I'm falling short.
Back here at Eagle Field, we go to the top of the 4th with Georgetown leading at 8-0 as Erickson will work against the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. The first pitch to Wells. A swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-0 the count, or 0-1 the count. To Dylan Wells, the DH, who struck out swinging back in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch misses up for ball 1, 1-1 the count. Erickson threw 3 innings, has allowed 2 hits, struck out 4, hit 1 batter, has thrown 32 pitches through the 3 innings. The 1-1. Low and away for ball 2, 2-1 the count. Dylan Wells, Braden Borger, Cole McCracken, due up here in the top of the fourth for the Hawks. The 2-1 pitch. Misses low for ball 3. 3-1 the count now. To the senior DH for the Hawks, number 14, Dylan Wells. Wells back in, the lefty-lefty matchup. The 3-1 pitch. Slashed foul off the backstop. 3-2 the count now. Wells ready to go. Hendrickson from the third base side of the rubber in the windup. The payoff pitch. Breaking pitch right back up the middle. Off the glove of Hendrickson. Fielded by Kiki to first. In time! Put a gold star on that one. 1-6-3 on the putout as it went off of Cade Hendrickson. Slowed it down. Kiki fields it and throws on the run to Curtin for the force out to retire Wells at first base for out number 1. That'll bring up the catcher, number 13, junior Braden Borger, who's 1 for 1 in the ball game. Steps in here from the left side. First pitch from Hendrickson, misses low and away for ball 1. Borger with one of the 2 hits. It was a line drive. Jack Kiki down to a need, kind of diving to his right. They said he trapped it for the base hit. 1-0 pitch. Misses low and away for ball 2. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 pitch to Borger. Inside, just misses for ball 3. If you're a right-handed batter, that's a strike. If you're a left-handed batter, it's a ball. 3-0 the count to Borger. The 3-0 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 1. 3-1 the count now to the catcher, Braden Borger. With the center fielder, Cole McCracken on deck for the Hawks. Hendrickson from the windup, the 3-1 pitch to Borger. Breaking pitch inside corner, just missed. Not sure where, but it's a ball 4. It's a 1-out base runner. First walk of the ball game for the Hawks. The runner at first base will be number 8 for the Hawks. That'll be number 8, Dylan McClarty, the senior. He'll come on to run for the catcher, Borger, at first base. In steps McCracken, who's 0 for 0 in the ball game. He was hit by a pitch and left stranded on base. Takes the first one, a wild pitch, low and away as it skips back to the backstop. McClarty will move up to second base on the first wild pitch of the ball game by Hendrickson. That'll be his 4th wild pitch of the season, I believe. It is. So now a runner in scoring position. The 1-0 count to Cole McCracken with Jack Lakey on deck for the Hawks. The 1-0. Outside corner, called strike 1. 1-1 the count. Cole McCracken, center fielder for Hendrickson. Hendrickson comes set in the stretch. Look at second base. The 1-1. Misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. McCracken back in. Hendrickson looks in and gets a sign. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That was mano-a-mano right there as Hendrickson reached back and through the gas there. McCracken swings over the top for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner in scoring position at second base for the Hawks. Here in the top of the 4th as they trail it 8-0 to your Georgetown Eagles. The 2-2 pitch. Big bender, but stays high through the zone for ball 3. Full count here to Cole McCracken, the center fielder, with Jack Lakey, the third baseman, on deck. So the Hawks love to scratch some runs back here in this top half of the 4th, trailing by 8. Hendrickson comes set. The payoff pitch, low, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Have runners at first and second now with 1 out. That'll bring up Jack Lakey, who struck out looking back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He'll step back in from the right side with a 1 out. McClarty down at second base, running for the catcher, Borger. McCracken down at first base. Hendrickson will come set in the stretch. Look at second base. First pitch to Lakey. Outside corner, called strike 1. The same pitch that was called a ball to Borger, the left-handed hitter, is a strike there. The zone just has a shift wherever that umpire's the corner away, gets more of a call. The 0-1 pitch. Square to bunt, bunts it out in front of the mound. Rogers will field it, the throw to third in time. What a play by the catcher, Braden Rogers. To hose McClarty at third base, the lead runner for out number 2. As Lakey will reach on the fielder's choice. But a heads-up play and a great throw to Colton Green at third base to retire McClarty. 2-5 on the put out for out number 2. McCracken will move up to second base. Lakey to first on the fielder's choice, and in steps Hunter Hicks, the first baseman, who struck out swinging in the second inning. Struck out looking in the second inning. First pitch. Ground ball chopped towards second. Young will wait on it, catches it, the throw to first in time, and the Hawks are retired here in the top of the fourth. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base after 3.5 innings. Georgetown leads it 8-0. Georgetown baseball presented by King's Pest Control. Returns in a moment. Stay with us.
Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in. Chains are falling, freedom calling, bring it, I'm all in, bring it, I'm all in.
Back live here at Georgetown's Eagle Field. Georgetown baseball, sponsored by King's Pest Control, serving Williamson County's pest control needs for over 40 years. Family and locally owned since 1982. Affordable upfront pricing and no contracts. That's who we're calling. We're getting ready to close on our house here in Georgetown, and the first call is to King's Pest Control. We're going to have the house and the property treated, sprayed, and ready to move in. And that's the first call you need to make. King's Pest Control, 512-930-PEST. 512-930-7378. Georgetown leads it as we go to the bottom of the fourth, 8-0 over the Hendrickson Hawks. And they will bring up the 9-1 and 2 hitters. Cade Erickson, Cooper Thomas, and Jack Kiki to face off against Drew John, the lefty, in for his fourth inning of work for the Hawks. He's allowed 8 runs on 5 hits, struck out 3, walked 4, has thrown 65 pitches in 3 innings as he works here in the bottom of the fourth against Cade Erickson, who's 0 for 1. Square to bunt, pulls it back and takes it for ball 1. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch, high fly ball down the first baseline. Hunter Hicks into foul territory. Will make the catch for out number 1. P3 in the book to retire Erickson. And that'll bring us to the top of the lineup and Cooper Thomas, who's 1 for 2. A solo home run in the first. A strikeout in the second for Cooper Thomas. Cooper in from the right side, the first pitch. Hit down the third base line, and it's down for a 1-out base hit. As Cooper Thomas will cruise into first base with a 1-out single. Second hit of the ball game for Coop. 7th hit of the ball game for the Eagles. They had 4 runs and 3 hits in the first inning, 4 runs and 3 hits in the third. And now they have a 1-out base runner after a 1-out single by Cooper Thomas. And Jack Kiki will step in. Jack 0 for 2 in the ball game. Popped out to the catcher in foul territory in the first. Flew out to left in the third. Cooper Thomas at first base. 37 stolen bases on the season. Leads off there. Throw over to first base, and he's back standing safely. The expectation is you try to keep Cooper safe. You know he's going to run. The other thing is if you make an error throwing over, it's 2 bases because he's going to get to third base with all the foul territory. The first pitch, Kiki takes it high for ball 1. 1-0 to Jack Kiki, the senior shortstop, with Connor Young on deck for the Eagles. The X will hold Cooper Thomas on at first base. The lefty, Drew John, comes set in the stretch. Throw to first base. Cooper standing back on the bag safely. In case you missed it, Georgetown baseball is not Thursday night at Hendrickson. It's tomorrow night at Hendrickson. It's been moved up due to the forecast of rain on Thursday. The 1-0 to Kiki, fouled off the catcher's face mask. 1-1 to count. And so we will have more Georgetown baseball tomorrow night. The wife doesn't get the night off tomorrow. She has to wait till Thursday for the coaches show at Camp Brightside. Then she can have the night off. Switcheroo today with the weather. So we'll make it happen. 7 o'clock first pitch over at Hendrickson High School tomorrow night. Cooper leads off. It's a 1-1 count to Kiki. Throw to first base. Cooper dives back in safely there. A lot of attention paid to Thomas over at first base, expecting him to be off and running with his speed. John comes set. The 1-1 pitch, square to bunt. Bunts it out in front of the mound. Drew John will field it. His only play to first. And it's just in time to get Jack Kiki on the sack bunt. 1-3 on the putout for out number 2. And that'll move Cooper into scoring position at second base and bring up Connor Young, who's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Connor grounded out in the first, singled, and scored a run in the third. 1 for 2 on the night. Steps in here with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Batting average with runners in scoring position, .433 for Connor Young. Connor with 24 RBIs in the season, 10 of them with 2 outs. Has an opportunity here with the runner at second and 2 outs. The first pitch, high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Braden Rogers on deck for the Eagles here in the bottom of the 4th. Should Connor Young extend the inning. 2 outs and a runner at second. 1-0 count to the junior second baseman. The 1-0 pitch. Borger leaves the squat and takes a little leap to catch that one. 2-0 the count. On a super high fastball. 2-0 now to Connor Young. John comes set. Look at second base. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Young back in from the left side. The lefty Drew John comes set in the stretch. A look at second base. The 2-1 pitch. Stays up and in. Ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Connor Young. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. An 8-run lead for the Eagles. John comes set. Young ready to go. With 3-1. Fouled off. Back to the screen. 3-2 now. Full count to Connor Young with 2 outs here in the inning. John comes set. The payoff pitch to Connor Young. This is for ball 4. A 2-out walk. Runners at first and second now for the Eagles. That'll bring up Braden Rogers, the 5th walk of the ball game for Drew John. And Braden Rogers will step in. or 1 for 1 on the night. Singled in the first, walked in the third. Steps in here with a runner at second and first base. Braden, a .419 average coming into the ball game, 1 for 1 on the night. His walk was the 5th of the season. The first pitch here from Drew John. Will come after a pause and a turn towards second base. No one there covering. Cooper Thomas all alone on the back. Coop off second, Connor off first. The first pitch to Braden Rogers. Up and away, ball 1. The 1-0. In there for a called strike, 1-1 to count to Braden Rogers. '80th pitch of the ball game here on the next one by John. The 1-1, nope. It's going to go to second base as he turns, paying a lot of attention. Connor Young, or to Cooper Thomas. Connor Young over at first base watching it all as no one holds him on. Rogers ready to go. The 1-1 pitch. A breaking pitch off speed in there for a called strike 2. So 80 pitches thrown through 3 2/3 innings here for Drew John as he works for the Hawks, trailing by 8. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Hendrickson High School. John comes set, the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. Rogers battles and stays alive here. 2 out at bat, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second. 4 runs on 3 hits in the bottom of the first. 4 runs on 3 hits in the bottom of the third for Georgetown. They're 8-0 lead. We've had 2 innings of runners on first and second for the Hawks and have kept them off of the scoreboard. The 1-2. Rogers into right center field. That's a base hit. Cooper Thomas will score. Connor Young waved around third. He will score. Braden Rogers circles second. He's headed in for a 2 RBI triple, and Georgetown leads it 10-0. Braden Rogers, a beautiful 2 RBI triple, has made this a run rule ball game. Here in the bottom of the 4th, and a visit from the first base dugout. We'll take the timeout. Georgetown baseball returns in a moment. Stay with us. Back live here at Georgetown High School. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Georgetown has put up a 2 spot as they continue to bat here. But we have a CSCT call to the bullpen. Construction Specialists of Central Texas, proud sponsors of Georgetown Eagle Baseball and the first responder broadcast team, brings you this call to the bullpen for the Hendrickson Hawks. Coach DJ Neely will go to the bullpen and bring in Number 15, the third baseman, Jake Lakey, to take over on the mound. And A.J. Fowler will come into the ballgame defensively at third base for the Hawks. So Burkhardt, McCracken, and Clark across the outfield. Fowler at third base now with Costin at short, Peterson at second, Hicks at first, Borger behind the plate. And number 15, Jake Lakey on the mound for the Hawks here in the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs and a runner at third base. And Caleb McDougal steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored in the first, a single and a run scored in the third inning as he steps in here. Lakey's still responsible for Drew John still responsible for the runner at third base, so we can't close the book on him yet. Lakey's first pitch to McDougal, up and away, ball 1. Tillman Brown runs at third base for catcher Brayton Rogers after his 2 RBI triple. Jack Lakey comes set from the stretch, the 1-0 pitch to McDougal. Down low on the turf for ball 2, 2-0 the count. Lakey from the first base side of the rubber comes set, the 2-0 pitch to McDougal. On the outside corner for a called strike 1, 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch to Caleb McDougal. Inside corner on a breaking pitch, called strike 2, 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Caleb McDougal back in for the right side as Lakey comes set in the stretch. Tillman Brown off third base. The 2-2 pitch. Down low and away, ball 3. Full count now to the junior left fielder with Brayton Curtin on deck. McDougal ready to go. Jack Lakey looks in. Gets the sign and comes set in the stretch. The payoff pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Into the left-handed batter's box, and down goes McDougal on strikes to end the inning, but not before. Georgetown picks up 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base after 4.5. Georgetown leads it 10-0. When we come back, Hendrickson 3 outs away from being run-ruled at Georgetown's Eagle Field. Stay with us. Eagle Baseball continues in a moment.
Spoken, only music remains.
Son of a king, son of God. I'm a son of the king. I'm son of a son of a king. Son of God, a son of a king. I'm son of a. It's capital R. I'm praising the Father. My life in the top. Meet me at the altar. I'm a son of the king. Son of God, a son of a king. I'm son of a. I'm breaking the odds. I'm healing the skies. I'm giving my all. Glory to God. Can't see where I'm going. The road is too far. We are the light. Peace in the dark. Forever life. That's what I be on. Compelled to surrender when I saw the cross. Call them.
Back live at Eagle Field. We go to the top of the 5th. Is Erickson in to face the 8-9-1 hitters for Hendrickson here in the top of the 5th, down to their final 3 outs. If they don't score, the ball game will be over on a 10-run rule effect. But now a timeout here is Brayden Rogers and Erickson. I think it's going a little too quickly. They'll slow it down a little bit and have a conference at the mound. Georgetown with 4 runs in the first, 4 in the third, 2 in the second. Lead it 10-0 here over the Hendrickson Hawks. The chance to make this a quick one in 5 innings tonight here at Eagle Field, with more baseball to come tomorrow night over at Hendrickson High School. just up the, technically down the road. Down 130, just off Kelly Lane. 7 o'clock first pitch. Come join us. Watch Eagle baseball tomorrow night before the Easter weekend break. Hendrickson from the windup. The first pitch to J.J. Costin in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Through 4 innings of work, Hendrickson has allowed 2 hits, struck out 4, walked 2, hit 1. 1 wild pitch, has thrown 52 pitches. The 0-1 misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike. To J.J. Costin, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-1. Flare down the right field line. Gavin Smith will give chase, and he'll field it. Loses it. Now he'll come up with it and throw to second base, but J.J. Costin will hustle in. It'll be a base hit and an error that allows Costin to move to second base. Leading off the top of the 5th here.
Up to bat, number 4, A.J. Fowler.
This is the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Hawks. But that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, and this will be A.J. Fowler, who came in defensively in the bottom of the 4th over at third base when Drew John came out of the ball game. He'll step in here for his first plate appearance. Hendrickson works out of the stretch now with Costin at second base and no outs. Hendrickson to look at second. The first pitch to Fowler. Fly ball into left center field. A long run for King, and that's going to be down for a base hit. Hendrickson's going to have their first run of the ball game as Fowler around second. He's been waved to third. Here's going to come the cutoff throw to third base, and Fowler will be in with an RBI triple. And Hendrickson making some noise here in the top of the 5th inning, as they did not want to go home early here.
Now batting number 16, Rhett Peterson.
Clayton King had been positioned up and to the right, and A.J. Fowler sent that back and to the left for an RBI triple. Hendrickson's first run of the ball game on their 4th hit. It's 10-1 ball game here now. So we go to the top of the lineup. Rhett Peterson steps in, 1 for 2 on the night. First pitch to Peterson, a swing and a miss. He chases one down in the turf. 0-1 to count. Just the 4th run of the year allowed, 2nd earned by Hendrickson on this season. Rhett Peterson struck out looking in the 1st, singled. Back in the 3rd, was cut down on a 3-6 double play. As Curtin fielded it at first base, stepped on the back and threw to second. For the tag will be applied to Peterson for out number 3 to end the inning. Peterson back in for the right side. Hendrickson comes set in the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul off himself, out of play. 0-2 the count. Logan Clark, the right fielder, on deck for the Hawks. Hendrickson from the third base side of the rubber gets the sign from Rogers, comes set in the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Peterson caught looking for the 2nd time of the ball game. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 5th strikeout of the ball game for Cade Hendrickson, first out of the inning. That'll bring up Logan Clark, who's 0 for 2 in the night. For the Hawks with 1 out and a runner at third. Got a Coach Chuck Griffin sighting. Several of the football coaches in attendance tonight over on the third base side. A bunt down the first baseline. Hendrickson, the flip to first in time. As Logan Clark talks to Curtin, he stuck his foot out into Curtin's foot that was on the bag. He trips up, but he goes back to the dugout. We're out number 2. The safety squeeze doesn't work, as A.J. Fowler stays put at third base. 2 outs now in the inning, 1-3 on the putout. And now Coach Durrell will come out to visit with the home plate umpire. Beautiful night of baseball here at Georgetown's Eagle Field. We're in the top of the 5th inning, 10-1. Georgetown leads it. So we'll see what comes out of the home plate conversation. Coach Durrell on the home plate umpire. Coach Durrell. If you don't have enough baseball in your blood yet, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Hendrickson High School, come join us. The day change, in case of the impending weather coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, will be Wednesday night at Hendrickson High School. Then the coaches show Thursday night at Camp Brightside at 6:30. So in steps Dylan Wells, the DH. The first pitch from Hendrickson. In there for a called strike. Wells 0 for 2 in the ball game. He struck out back in the first inning and then was grounded out on a ball up the middle. The 0-1 pitch. Low and away. Nice play there by Rogers to keep Fowler at bay. Third base, 1-1 the count. To the left-handed hitting DH, Dylan Wells, with Braden Borger, the catcher, on deck for the Hawks here in the top of the fifth. The 1-1 pitch. Misses for ball 2. I agree with whoever yelled woo in the stands. Not sure where that one was. 2-2. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Dylan Wells chases that one down on the turf. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the fifth. It's Dylan Wells back in from the left side. Hendrickson from the windup. Third base sign to the rubber. Gets the sign. The 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3, and the top of the fifth ends on the 6th strikeout of the night for Cade Hendrickson. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After 4.5, Georgetown 10, Hendrickson 1. Eagle baseball continues in a moment. Stay with us.
Put in pockets, fail profits, can't watch it. Tell Carver, pencil pusher, stay talking. Can you tell me the first person to weigh options? Do I need to be vocal or do I stay silent? Trying to keep it alive if I'ma stay honest. Feeding off of the spit and not debate topics. If I said it a minute, my time tick-tocking. Better look at the clock, I know your time coming wild. Killing me now, run me around, into my vicinity. You looking like a brother, wanna get a lesson of style. Me, I'm making my decision for the piece of the crown. When they try to put me up, always pulling me down. Spin a little rudder, just throw me off for the sound. I've been at it for a while, coming easier now. Ain't gotta worry about applause, I can do without. Strength to power, blessings hours, give you flowers. Never know the time or hour, death is sour. Milk spilled, pride the cowards, rotten power, leaving it to be devoured. That's the uppers, downy, you can scream louder. No one talking sheep, they want a grain of towers. Get a bigger head so you can puff up prouder. I'ma keep my peace and rest on my voucher, ayy. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been moving sideways. I've been needing my space, nah, I've been keeping my pace. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been moving sideways. I've been needing my space, nah, I've been keeping my pace. I've been trying to develop my style. Heard the haste and things pop ears and gone rounds. Those sounds and no heads started coming around. Co-signed the co-air, the co-open accounts. To bounce the town, wicked found to break ground. It's like the dividends depend on young mouths to spit trauma and false models. The game's down, taking the young rapper to gray mouse. So I can be around the soul. What they reap in the game, wanna keep my soul. If you seen what I seen, then the scene is over.
Back live here at Eagle Field. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Braden Curtin, Colton Green, and Gavin Smith due up to face off against Jack Lakey, who came on a relief for the final third of an inning. Then the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Curtin in there for a called strike. Curtin 1 for 1 in the ball game. Walked and scored a run in the first. A 3-run homer in the third. Curtin back in for the right side as Lakey comes set in the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Outside for ball 1. 1-1 to count. A 1-1 count to Curtin. Leading off things here in the bottom of the 5th for Georgetown. The 1-1 pitch. Skips in and away to the backstop for ball 2. 2-1 to count. Lakey came on in the third of an inning in the bottom of the 4th and struck out McDougal to get out of any more trouble after the 2 RBI triple by Braden Rogers. Through 6 6 pitches in that third of an inning as he works here in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-1 pitch to Braden Curtin. Outside, ball 3. Eagles can walk this one off here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 run to get the run rule win. As Curtin battles here to lead things off against Jack Lakey. Lakey comes set, the 3-1. Curtin fouls it back out of play, and it's a full count. Curtin back in for the right side as Lakey looks in and gets a sign from his catcher, Brayton Borger. Lakey comes set, the payoff pitch. Curtin, right center field, it's down for extra bases. Brayton around first. He'll head to second base, and he'll cruise on over to third base for the leadoff triple here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's a stand-up variety. The Eagles now 90 feet away, the winning run. After the leadoff triple here in the bottom of the 5th by Braden Curtin. A walk in the first, a home run in the third, and a triple in the 5th. For Braden Curtin, the 8th hit of the ballgame for the Eagles. And Colton Green will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. He had a 3 RBI double back in the first inning. He got thrown out, trying to stretch it to a triple, and then flew out to the second baseman, Peterson, in the 3rd inning. First pitch here to Colton Green on the outside corner for a called strike 1. Gavin Smith moves into the on-deck circle. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Georgetown has the winning run 90 feet away, and Braden Curtin, the infield in for the Hendrickson Hawks. Lakey comes set in the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Square to bunt. Punts it towards the pitcher. Here comes Curtin to play at the plate. Not in time! Ball game! Georgetown wins it 11-1 over the Hendrickson Hawks to move to 22-3 on the season, but more importantly, move to 6-1 in district play. The Hawks fall to 13, 9-2 overall, 3-2 in district play, and these two teams will meet again tomorrow night at Hendrickson High School at 7 p.m. for Game 2 of this best-of-2 series. Georgetown, a performance tonight. The bats working well, and a beautiful bunt attempt, or safety squeeze there by Colton Green scores the winning run in Braden Curtin to make it an 11-1 win in 5 innings. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks to our sponsors, the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Booster Club, Construction Specialists of Central Texas, and King's Pest Control. For all your pest control needs, reach out to them, 512-930-PEST. Or just remember, Landon King. He's the owner and managing partner of King's Pest Control. For all your pest control needs all over the Georgetown area, give them a call, and they will take care of you. Georgetown wins it 11-1. They are 22-3-0 on the season, 6-1 in district play. See you tomorrow night live from Henderson High School. Come join us to root on the Eagles. If you can't be there, we'll have the call live here on the First Responder Network. We'll have the call live here on the SHN Sports YouTube channel. 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock first pitch. Thanks for joining us tonight. The Eagles win it, and Georgetown will go home victorious. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everybody.